Yeah, here we have an ENCO 13-inch by 40-inch geared head lathe, 18 speed, 3 horsepower, 230 volt. It appears to be used. It's got a couple little metal shavings in it, and everything appears to operate very nicely on here as far as the mechanical controls. We tested most of the aspects of the machine. It operates nicely. We checked all the speeds. Speeds work. Comes with an accurate 2-axis digital readout. It's the view. And as you can see, this operates. It's your X-axis and your Y-axis. Okay, we may have a little issue with the motor here. What's happening is you turn the motor on, it operates fine for about 30 to 45 seconds, and then it trips the thermal overload. So we're just going to give you a little demonstration here. If you run it briefly, it does operate. It seems like it's not going up to full speed. That's why we're thinking that the motor may be defective. In any case, it does go forward with the controls here, and we just got to do it for a short period of time. Reverse. We'll just go back on forward to show you that the mechanical controls operate here. So we'll turn it on, and it sounds like it has a load on it. And what happens if you let it run? While you engage any of the controls on the front here. Alright, so the thermal overload kicked in, and now the machine shuts off. We'll show you that back here. So it affects this thermal overload. This is for your coolant pump. This operates fine. Now you can push the contactor in manually, goes in forward, reverse. But you just got to wait for a minute or two before the thermal overload cools off, and then you can press this back in and it'll work. So we're just saying that it's possibly a defective motor on here. It has a foot brake here, and that shuts the machine off. Your e-stop operates. We had to go through this machine quite a few times in order to check all the components out. And like I said, everything appears to operate very nicely except for the motor. It has very minimal signs of use. It has a couple metal shavings here and there scattered about. Nothing major. Little rust spot right there. It includes 3 metric change gears, and then you got some dead centers and some tools with the toolbox. Also includes a 4-jaw chuck that's never been used, and a backing plate. But overall, it's in really good shape. It's got a couple little dings and paint scratches on it. Nothing major. See if we can turn it back on here. Okay, so now it turned on after about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Alright, the thermal overload, we press this in, it turns back on, and then you can fire the machine up again. And that's supposed to be 1170 RPM. It's really not going up to that speed, so that's why we're saying the motor may have some issues. Again, we'll turn it on. We'll let it run for 30, 45 seconds. And it shuts off.